Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cafe. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Allison Godlove. It's great to be back with you to share all the fun and exciting events happening this week.
I had a chance to visit the Orlando Museum of Art and learn about the Florida Prize of Contemporary Art. Take a look. The Orlando Museum of Art, Florida Prize in Contemporary Art. I wonder what that's all about.
Hey, Clarence.
Hey, Marie.
Thanks for coming today. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. So tell me about this Florida Prize.
So Florida Prize in Contemporary Art is our annual exhibition that our team here at the Orlando Museum of Art curates. It features 10 emerging artists from around the state of Florida, and contemporary art. So some non-traditional pieces featuring organic materials, photography, traditional paint. We even have some crochet going on.
How do you define contemporary versus traditional, modern, other genres?
Sure, so contemporary art kind of pushes the envelope and, as I mentioned, goes outside of the traditional idea of painting and those classical pieces that people are used to seeing in places like the Met and some of those more traditional museums. We're really here to feature, as I mentioned, the emerging artists and people who are doing things a little bit differently in the art scene.
So there are 2 awards. Tell me about those.
Yeah, so we host our preview party the opening weekend, and on that evening we award 2 prizes. We've got the People's Choice Award, which is voted by attendees and given that evening, a $2,500 prize. This year was given to our first collaborative team of artists, the Jimenez twin brothers, and they feature photography in their piece. And then the Florida Prize in Contemporary Art is a $20,000 award, which is generously underwritten by Gail and Michael Wynn, and that was awarded this year to Akiko Kotani.
So what is your favorite piece of art in the collection?
Let's see, it's hard to pick just one, they're so different, all of them, but I'd say Cara Despain, who's featured. She has a uranium glass piece, which is exceptional, and then also Amy Schissel, who's our largest piece in the exhibition all along the back wall. Just really incredible works this year.
So where do you suggest I start?
You should start over here with Magnus Soderman. He's a classic Florida artist, features some pieces from the Everglades, and then I'll meet you over back and we can look at Akiko's award-winning work.
All right, great.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, Clarence. So what'd you think?
I am wowed. This is really, really great.
Incredible, huh? Yeah.
Tell me about this artist, because it looks like crochet.
Sure, so Akiko Kotani, she won the Florida Prize in Contemporary Art this year, really exciting, and she uses nylon and plastic bags and other textiles to create her pieces.
So I'm imagining that there's some sort of message
Yeah,
behind
of
this art.
course. So she pays homage to women and all of their accomplishments throughout society, and just tries to bring recognition to their achievements, which have been undervalued throughout time.
As I walk through the collection, I noticed that everything is so different. In contemporary art, things are so different. How did they curate this? Where did they find these artists?
Yeah, so our curatorial team works really hard throughout the year, traveling all across the state and visiting different exhibitions and museums and galleries, and ultimately decides on 10 artists who are emerging and really kind of pushing the envelope of contemporary art, featuring unique pieces and works.
Well, I'm going to continue looking around because I love it.
Yeah, there's so much to see. We appreciate it. Enjoy.
Thank you for showing us around.
Thank you.
I am a big fan of contemporary art, so this is an exhibit you have to see. It's a little bit of electronic, a little bit of, sort of, I don't want to say found objects, but really curated objects that you'd never think would fit into an art installation. So it's really cool.
Very cool. Go check it out
Yeah.
for sure. Very neat that you got to do that. The Central Florida Employment Council is hosting the Central Florida Employment Council Job Fair on July 12th. It will feature nearly 100 employers offering thousands of job openings in various industries from around the Central Florida region. You're encouraged to dress interview ready, bring plenty of your resumes too. It takes place from noon until 4 at the Orlando Fairgrounds. The Central Florida Employment Council has been part of the community since 1994. It's a nonprofit organization matching employers with job candidates online and in the community.
Every second Friday of the month, you can enjoy Art in the Alley in downtown Mount Dora. And on July 14th, the event takes place from 6 until 9 along North Royalou Lane. This is your chance to enjoy and check out affordable art from local artists. Mount Dora Center for the Arts uses this event to support emerging artists, and admission is free, and there is no fee to set up, show, or sell your creations. You can learn more at mountdoraart.com.
Aurea will be performing at the Blue Bamboo Center for the Arts on July 12th. Aurea is co-led by the Catalan-Spanish singer and multi-instrumentalist Ona Curie and Colombian-American bassist Alejandro Arenas. Aurea is the Spanish word for where the ocean meets the sand, which represents the combination of these musicians. The multicultural sound is created through Latino and European roots mixed with American culture. You can get tickets online at bluebambooartscenter.com, or you can get them at the door. The doors open at 7:15. The performance is from 8 until 10.
On July 15th, head over to the Avalon Park Arts and Culture Center for a family fun day to make tie-dye shirts. The workshop will guide you through making a plain white shirt a work of colorful and wearable art. Admission to the workshop includes all materials, so sign up at avalonartscenter.com.
Gabe Pricer with Opera Orlando is joining us now. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Hey, everybody. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's great to see you and to have you here. So, chances are people have been to Opera Orlando.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yes, but let's say they haven't. Talk to
Right.
me about just how wonderful it is and why people should make this season part of their schedule.
So many reasons. I think the number one reason is our relatively new venue, Steinmetz Hall. I know it's been open for a year and a half now, but it is a game changer. It has been a game changer for the opera. And it's acoustic hall. It's a real opera house built for opera. You hear the voices perfectly without microphones, without amplification. You hear the orchestra, every instrument in the orchestra, you hear it perfectly. So you get to listen to these Puccini masterpieces like Tosca that we have coming up in the way they're supposed to be heard. Not to mention, it's just a beautiful venue aesthetically to right in the heart of downtown. We really have a crown jewel to all be proud of in our community here in Orlando.
Yeah, so special that we have that
Absolutely.
here in Orlando. So let's talk about the upcoming season, starting with the fact that you can get a subscription. Talk to me about what that is.
We got a great subscription package this month, all the way up till July 5th. You get early bird discount pricing. Everyone loves a deal. So you can save up to $65, which is the same as buying one ticket to a production if you purchase your subscription right now. And subscriptions start at only $75. So you're getting 3 shows at Steinmetz Hall, this world-class venue that we just talked about, all for $75.
That's great.
What a deal.
Yeah.
And to make the deal even sweeter, because we're all about that, we added on a show back in the Pew Theater, which is the smaller venue there at Dr. Phillips Center. Great little theater, though, very intimate, 300 seats. And you get 10% off to that show as well if you subscribe. So you really could get 4 shows, all for the price of about $150, which is a great deal.
Yeah.
So our main stage series, we have some real box office hits,
Okay.
some headliners. Tosca, as I mentioned, by Puccini. Frida, about the Mexican artist Frida Kahlo. It's a biopic of her life story. A relatively new opera. It's the Orlando premiere of that work, and it'll feature Mexican-American soprano Cecilia Violeta Lopez, whose name's very fun to say.
You did a very good job with it as well.
I've been practicing, gracias. She will play the title role of Frida, so it's really cool to have a Mexican artist playing a Mexican artist.
Yeah.
And then our final show on the main stage is Lucia di Lammermoor, If you ever saw Fifth Element, I'm sure people out there are like, oh yeah, Fifth Element. There's that opera scene where the alien sings opera, and that is from Lucia di Lammermoor. So if you're like, I don't know any opera, but you've seen Fifth Element, you do know opera. Come to
Okay.
find out, you're like, what alien was? Go back and watch Fifth Element.
Okay.
And so Lucia is about a bridezilla, the original bridezilla. She kind of goes crazy on her wedding day, maybe kills a few people, including her husband. But it's really cool. It's based on the Sir Walter Scott Gothic novel. And so our artistic director, my brother, Grant, came up with, why don't we set it Game of Thrones style and put it in Westeros, the White Wall, which is also very dark. So we encourage people to come in costume to that one.
Oh,
Your favorite
interesting.
Game of Thrones character, come see a Game of Thrones opera. So that should be fun.
Very cool. Very unique
Yeah.
experience when you're going to get to go to Opera Orlando.
Oh, we mix it up.
Yeah.
We like to do the traditional works, but maybe in a different way, an unexpected way, and then also presenting new works like Frida, which has never been done in Orlando, but about an iconic personality. I mean, who
Yeah.
doesn't love Frida Kahlo and what she represents? And then the add-on production is something I didn't even know about. It's this work by Philip Glass. Philip Glass is known for Einstein on the Beach. He's more of a minimalist composer, but he wrote a piece called The Juniper Tree, based on the Grimm's fairy tale. And of course, we know all the Grimm's fairy tale, but Disney never set the juniper tree, so no one knows it, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit lesser known, but it'll be a great opportunity to feature our youth company, who we're very proud of. They'll be in that production, and we'll have original puppetry created by Micheli Puppets, a local puppetry troupe here.
Very cool. So
Yeah.
many unique things coming up this season.
Something for everybody.
Yeah, I love to hear that. That's
Opera
wonderful.
for all for art.
Wonderful. Now, for people, if they want to check out the schedule, they want to get involved somehow, they want to learn more about the youth program you're talking about, where do they go? How do they figure it out?
Best place to go is not my house, surprisingly. Go to operaorlando.org or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're even going to get on TikTok. Watch out,
Wow.
world. Opera on TikTok. That sounds kind of dangerous.
It sounds kind of fascinating and it would be very good. Let's be honest, that's where it belongs.
That's where it belongs. Exactly.
Yeah.
All those 30-second challenges. I'll have to work on those. But yeah, operaorlando.org. And season tickets are on sale. Like I said, if you act now before July 5th, you get the early bird discount. But I'm happy you also mentioned if people want to learn more about our youth company, because we actually have auditions for our youth company in August. And that's ages 8 through 18. They will be performing with professionals from across the world with the orchestra at Steinmetz Hall. They get to perform in Tosca and in Frida and in the Juniper Tree. They also perform in Home for the Holidays with the Orlando Philharmonic.
What?
Our partners.
What an experience that must be to be part of that.
It's a real training program for young professionals.
Yeah.
You know, and even if they don't pursue opera down the road, they learn discipline, they learn teamwork, they learn collaboration. So it's a great life skill opportunity for them.
Yeah, well, it sounds wonderful. We're looking forward to the upcoming season. Gabe, thank you so much for coming by.
Awesome. I know Clarence is coming. I hope you come
I'll be
too.
there.
All right. See you at the opera, everybody.
See you there. Thank you. The Orlando International Film Festival hosts its 4th annual film festival through July 16th. It takes place at the UCF Nicholson School of Communication and Media. There will be workshops, panel discussions, artwork of at-risk youth and award-winning artists, and screenings of films of all genres, both in person and virtual. The festival will culminate several months where at-risk youth and emerging filmmakers participate in classes where they learn the art of drawings, sculpture, and film production.
The City of Castleberry presents POW Artists and Friends exhibition. The opening reception takes place on July 14th from 6 until 8, and the annual exhibition is back for another spectacular showing. It'll be on display through July 28th. Check out the Castleberry Art House for hours. Since 2002, it's been bringing the community together for unique art experiences and cultural enrichment programs.
The Orlando Museum of Art is hosting weekly tours featuring different artists featured in the Florida Prize in Contemporary Art. We just talked about this, didn't we? Artists include Magnus Soderman, Amy Schissel, and Cara Despain. You can check out the calendar at omart.org to learn which artists will be discussed each week. You are also encouraged to pre-register for the week. The tours run through August 16th. That's great that you have so many chances to go and see different artists.
It's really, and the Cara Despain is actually sort of a movie sort of art installation. It's really good. You got to see it. I won't tell you what.
Yeah, go to the calendar because it
Yeah,
details each one so you
it's
can figure out
really
which week or
interesting.
every single week you want to go.
And the artists are equally as interesting as the art. When you read their bios and how they came to what they're doing, it's really interesting.
So we know where to find you.
Yes, yes, in the gift shop at Omart, of course. Well, that wraps up this week of events. And if you have one that you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Allison Godlove. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.